Hi, you're watching Video 101 and I'm John Crossman. And in this video, we're going through our list of technical characteristics of effective video editors. And the two previous to this and this one are all about organization. So you've got your project organized, you develop a consistent way to organize your projects, and now you want to make sure that your computer is organized. It's very easy, with huge RAIDs. I've got about 61 terabytes connected to my Mac Pro, to just think, well, I've got all this storage and I can put anything anywhere. Just take my experience here that comes back and bites you in the end. One of the ongoing projects that I have is a series on ghost towns, and it kind of started out as a, let's say, not unprofessional, but more casual, and it's developed into this where now I've got, 10 or 12 towns, and, I've got images, I've got on camera, I've got B-roll, I've got all kinds of crap that go with these things, and every time I do another town, it just gets bigger and more complex. And then as we, develop, new graphics or new techniques or a new way to package it, it can be hard and challenging to go back and find all of the assets. I mean, obviously you can search on your computer, but so over time I've really been striving, and as I've had time available and space available, I've been moving files around so that now everything that's related to ghost towns is in a certain drive, a certain folder on my computer. It still isn't 100% there because it was just so scattered when I began, that it's really become more important to me in the last year or two. I've been doing ghost towns, I think, almost 4 years now. So in the last couple of years, as the towns have begun to mount up, I've seen the obvious need, and you might be going, well, that's an obvious need, John, but you don't have any idea really when you get a project if it's going to be a one and done or if this is going to turn into something that just continually does. And so especially if it's the kind of project where you work on it intensely for a couple of weeks and then you don't work on it again for a year. I mean, not only do you have to make sure that you still have those assets, but where exactly are they? And part of that can be a challenge is you might have changed computers, might have updated drives, you might have done a lot of things. And so I've just found in my experience that the longer you go, the more critical it is that you actually have your computer organized just as you would have your projects organized. It doesn't necessarily mean the same way, but typical project these days, I will have footage, I will have scripts, I will have narration audio, I will have a ton of music, I will have After Effects, not only After Effects rendered pieces, but I have the parts that go into that, which can be Photoshop files, PNGs, JPEGs, stock video. A lot of the things that I do over the course of a year will utilize stock video. How do I organize the computer? Do I just put stock video in a stock video folder? Now I've got hundreds and hundreds of clips. So is that the best way to do it, or is it better to organize them by, client, or is it better to organize them by client and then by project? And so I'm not saying I even have the answer to all this. I've just found that over time, that becomes much more critical as you gather all these assets as a way to, create consistency, reduce your stress in finding things, is to have your computer organized the best way it can be organized. For some of you, this will be very natural, and you'll be going, well, this isn't really a hot tip. But for others of you like me, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I like to be organized, but sometimes I don't care. Well, I've found that those times I don't care can come back and bite me because I didn't care at the time. And so I think it's more important than even I might have thought it was a couple of years ago. We're going to wrap up our top 10 list of technical characteristics of effective editors with our next video. I'm John Crossman. You're watching Video 101. Thanks for watching.